Alright, hey guys, Only Gamer here and I'm back with another video, and this one's going to be a little bit different. So this video is kind of, in a way, going to be an update to a video I did last year called I Reorganized My Entire Game Collection. And this video is actually going to be very similar to that video because I've actually done it again, guys. I reorganized my entire game collection again, but this time I didn't put them in order of like genre or anything like I used to. This time I reorganized my whole game collection in alphabetical order. Yes, the whole lot. Not just Xbox 360, but PS2, original Xbox, GameCube, PSP, Nintendo Switch, DS, 3DS, PS1, over here, Wii, Wii U, PC, etc. The whole lot. Literally my entire game collection has been reorganized in alphabetical order. Except for my PS4 games, because they were already in alphabetical order. But yeah, so this was a long time coming actually. I have gotten quite a few comments actually on my, especially on my 360 game collection video I did back in May. A lot of people asking like, why don't I put my games in alphabetical order? Well, now I've finally done it. Now I've finally put them all in alphabetical order. So yeah, finally. It took me, I don't even know how long, a few hours. I literally had to take out everything and reorganize the whole lot. I moved some games into here, like there's some more games in here. Yeah, this is like my storage space pretty much, where I put all my remaining games, all the games I don't have any room for, because all my shelves are completely filled up, you know, they all go in here. So this is where the rest of my games are going to go from now on in the future. But yeah, so I moved some games, I put some more games in here, and I put some games that are already in here onto this shelf and vice versa. So yeah, so I'm just going to show you, you know, what I've done to the collection and stuff. So yeah, so I started off by doing the Xbox 360 collection, and I've got one game here that actually starts with a number, 007 Quantum of Solace, so that's why it's the first game here. But yeah, all the A's are together, all the B's are together, all the C's are together right here, which is pretty much just Call of Duty and Call of Juarez. All the D's right here, the F's got the Far Cry games there, and Forza Motorsport. The G's right here, GTA, Gun, and the Guitar Hero games I moved onto here. And down here, we've got H, which is just the 2 Halo games I have for the 360. J, which is just Cause. L, which is just the Lego games. I moved the Lego games in alphabetical order as well, so it starts off with the Lego Batman games, then Lego Dimensions, then the 2 Indiana Jones games, and the Marvel games, then the Lego Movie video game, and finally ending off with the Lego Star Wars games. I moved Max Payne 3 onto this shelf as well, which originally was on this shelf a long ass time ago, and I moved into there, but now it's finally back onto the main shelf. Yeah, Midnight Club is still here. Minecraft as well, I moved back onto here. Got all the Need for Speeds, they're still on here. Shift 2, I didn't really know what to do. I didn't really know whether or not to move that into the S section or not, because technically the game is just called Shift 2 Unleashed, even though it is still part of the Need for Speed series. You know, the full title isn't Need for Speed Shift 2, it's just Shift 2 Unleashed, but ultimately I decided just to put it with the rest of my Need for Speed games. So yeah, so really that should be in the S section, but I decided just to put it here because you know, it's a Need for Speed game and I want to have all the Need for Speed games together, so that's why that's there. You know, got Quake 4 and Rage, Rockstar Games Presents Table Tennis. Now some people would probably put this game in the T section, but I put it in R because the full game's title is Rockstar Games Presents Table Tennis. So that's why it's in the R section next to another Rockstar game, Red Dead Redemption. Got all the Saints Rows right here, including Get Out of Hell, which I just got the other day. Yeah, I moved the Sonic games back onto this shelf as well, so all of them are here, Unleashed, Generations, and the 2 All-Stars Racing games, and also Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection. Dreamcast Collection is still in there at the moment. But yeah, so I moved those back onto here. Sean White Snowboarding, 3 Tony Hawk games. Warriors of Orochi's now here. Before it was next to Dynasty Warriors games, but because it's beginning to W, this one was going to be, because PS2 is probably my biggest. Watch Dogs and the 2 Wolfenstein games. So yeah, so that's what I've done with the 360 collection. And then the PS2 section, which I actually did last actually, because I have so many PS2 games, I knew that it was going to take me a while to sort them out, so yeah, that's why I decided to do these ones last. Anyway, so starting off over here, so just like with the 360 games, it starts off with the only game I have beginning with a number, which is 50 Cent Bulletproof, then moving on to A, which is just Atari Anthology, then B, which is Black and the Burnout games, C, Call of Duty and Crisis Zone, and then D, we've got Driver, Dynasty Warriors, and Disney Extreme Skate Adventure. F, we got the FIFAs, except for FIFA 2001, which I had to move because I ran out of space. And for G, we got the GTAs and Gran Turismo, as well as Gun. And then we got a few random one-off games here for H, I, and K, Hyper Street Fighter 2, Island Extreme Stunts, and Kelly Slayer's Pro Surfer. And for L, we got the Lego games right here. M, we got Madness Pro Max 2, the Midnight Club games, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Max Payne 1 and 2. I might actually move these because Max Payne and Metal Gear begin with MA and ME, which A and E go before I in the alphabet. So really these games should be here instead of here, but this, I'll keep them like this for now. It doesn't really matter as long as all the M's are together. But really, these games should be here, and these should be here. But anyway, got some more one-off games here for O and Q. 2 here for R and S. Got Sonic games here. And then, got some more games here, beginning with S. Got a whole row there of just S games. And here, we got games beginning with T. And some more games beginning with T. I had no idea I had this many games beginning with S and T. And then here we have games beginning with V and also W. Yeah, and I know it jumps from T all the way to V, but that's because I don't own any PS2 games that begin with any of the letters in between those two. So yeah, that's why it goes from T to V, and then of course W and stuff. And I've got a few PS1 games here. The reason being is because when I was sorting out all the PS2 games, I moved quite a lot that were on this shelf over into the little cupboard over there. And in the end, I ended up having this huge gap of space left, so I decided to fill it with some PS1 games right here, which are also in alphabetical order. And also right here, I don't know if you can see, but my copy of Wii Sports is in here to fill up this tiny gap right here at the end. Of course, when I do eventually get more PS2 games in the future, I do want to add them onto this shelf. And I eventually want to have it so this is all completely filled with PS2 games. But for the time being, for now, I've got just a handful of PS1 games here, just to fill up the space. And then moving on at the very bottom here, we have original Xbox and Nintendo GameCube. So starting off with the A's, we've got Alien Hominid, Amped 1 and 2. And then for B, we've just got Burnout 2. D, just Dance Towards 3. And then F, we've got the Far Cry's, FIFA, Forza, Freedom Fighters. G, GoldenEye, GTA 3. H, Halo 1 and 2. A few one-off games here for K, L, M, and N. And for P, we've got both Project Golf racing games. R, it's just Rocky. S, we've got Sonic Collection Plus, Spider-Man 2, and the Star Wars games. And the rest here are all begin with T. And then for the GameCube games, I didn't have to move a whole lot because I didn't have that many to begin with. I mainly just had to move like these games here, like the Mario and Sonic games, which were on this side before, but now I moved them onto here. And I also moved Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 as well, and that was pretty much it actually. That's all I had to do for GameCube. Alright, and then that does it for the main big shelf. Like I mentioned earlier, PS4 games were already in alphabetical order, so I didn't need to move those. So moving on to my desk, and let's start things off with the PS1 games right here. So again, all in alphabetical order. Starts with A, Apocalypse, and we'll C, the Cool Borders games. D, Duke Nukem, Driver, Dynasty Warriors. And you've got F, Final Doom, the 2 FIFAs I've got, which are FIFA 96, the first FIFA released on the PS1, and FIFA 2005, the last FIFA released on PS1. And also the last PS1 game to be released in the United Kingdom. It wasn't the last one ever, but it was the last one released in this country that I live in. And for G, we got the original 2D GTA trilogy, as well as Gran Turismo 1 and 2 there. Got 2 Lego games right here, Madness Pro Max MDK, which I got very recently. And 2 Motocross Mania games, the original Need for Speed trilogy. Now, I didn't really know where to put the original game because the original game is the Need for Speed. So I didn't know whether to put it in the T section or the R section because the full title is Road and Track Presents the Need for Speed. So it could have gone in either one, but ultimately I was just like, fuck it, and I decided to put it next to the other Need for Speeds. So technically this game is out of alphabetical order, but because I wanted all the Need for Speeds together, that's why it's there. But really, this should be in either T or R. Nuclear Strike, got the Ridge Racer games right here, Soviet Strike. And then down here we have the 2 Spider-Man games, got the Star Wars games right there, the original Tekken trilogy, Tony Hawk games, Time Crisis, and Rising Zan. And then to fill up the small gaps at the end here, I've got a few loose disc games in small CD cases. So this one right here next to GTA 2 is Doom. This one next to Soviet Strike is Skeleton Warriors. And this one here in the thicker CD case is Duke Nukem Land of the Babes. Then moving on to the handheld games right here, which consist of Game Boy Advance, Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Switch, and PSP. So starting off with the 2-box GBA games I have, I didn't even need to move these because they were already in alphabetical order. And then for the DS games right here, not a whole lot has changed, just moved a few games around here and there. Same with Nintendo 3DS. Some games actually stayed in the same order, some games didn't even need to be moved at all. And then for Nintendo Switch, now Nintendo Switch was a mess because with the rest of my games in my collection, before I put them in alphabetical order, I had them in order of genre. So like I'd put all the first-person shooters together, all the racing games together, all the fighting games together, etc. But for Nintendo Switch, I got really lazy and just decided to put them in whatever order. So for the first time ever, they're actually in some sort of order, you know, and they're in alphabetical order. It starts with D, so it starts with Doom, and then it ends with Wolfenstein 2, New Colossus. I don't have any Switch games beginning with A, B, or C, so that's why it starts with Doom. And then same for the PSP games right here. I don't have any PSP games beginning with A, B, or C, so that's why it starts with Dynasty Warriors for D here. And then moving on to G, GTA and Gun, and H, Hatsune Miku Project Diva, L, Lego Star Wars 2, and etc. and ends with the Tony Hawk games. So yes, that's all the games on my desk, and then moving on to this little shelf right here, right next to my wardrobe. We have Nintendo Wii games, some more Wii and Wii U games, my PC games, and also some Xbox 360 games. There did used to be DVDs there, but I decided to take them out and put some 360 games there because I had a lot of 360 games that I just had no room for, so I decided, you know, why not put them at the bottom of this shelf here. So starting with the Wii games, not a whole lot has changed really. I only just moved a handful of games over, like the Lego games. Before were down here, but now they moved up here. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I believe, was down here at one point. And then these games here were moved. Sonic Colors was moved. Black Eyed Peas Experience and House of Dead 2 and 3 were moved. The Tony Hawk games stayed in the same place. And then for the Wii U games, they've all been moved as well. And yes, this is my entire Wii U game collection. I've only got 6 games, and that's literally it. This is literally every Wii U game I own. And down here we got PC games. I've moved Far Cry here, brought that recently. I've moved Call of Duty as well, the original Call of Duty. And I also moved the Lego games as well. I put them in order. So it starts off with Lego Alpha Team for A, and then Lego Creator Games for C, and then Lego Island for I, and then Legoland and Lego Loco for L. And then Mathman's Program X is still in the same place. And then last but not least, we have the Xbox 360 games down here. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest, these are not in alphabetical order. I really need to sort these out. I just kind of like put these down here like last minute. I didn't really think about, you know, putting them in alphabetical order. So yeah, so I need to sort these games out and reorganize them. And I've also got just some random one-off games here. Got a random one-off Wii and PC game because again, I didn't have any room for these, so that's why they're here. But yeah, originally my DVDs were here, but I decided to move them somewhere else. I don't really watch DVDs anymore, so that's the reason why they were moved. But yeah, but I need to sort out the order of these. I might even take out a few games and because I still have loads of 360 games that I just don't have any room for. They're in the cupboard right over there. So I might potentially put some of those on here, but yeah, this is just like a random selection of games that I have right here at the moment. But yeah, so there you have it. That is my reorganized game collection. I finally put all my games in alphabetical order for the first time ever. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you guys put your games in alphabetical order or if you're not fussed about the order. Before in the past, I wasn't fussed. Like, I'd just put games like just anywhere, honestly. I wasn't fussed about the order. But yeah, but overall, I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. It did took quite a long time to do. I did the whole lot by myself. And yeah, it took a few hours. But yeah, it's finally done. And yeah, and I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And please like, subscribe, and peace. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.